Hello, this is the overview video for CJ285 patrol procedures and week one. So, since we're all new to Canvas, I think I'm just going to share the screen here and just kind of go over things with regard to that. So, like all the other online classes are supposed to have, it has a start here module, which should be the same in every class. I posted a welcome video under this bit. They've got links to helpful things in Canvas. Whether it is helpful or not, I don't know. And then I posted the course syllabus there. And then your first assignment here in the start menu is the video, introductory video assignment, where you just record yourself introducing yourself, and that's about it. So that's pretty easy. And then week one, and I have it's going to be report writing is the major lesson. It's uh, just talking about, well, number one, the importance of it, and number two is kind of some issues surrounding it. And then I also posted some things about like the hiring process um, and then this last video is a day in the life of a police officer, which basically follows a police officer through his 12-hour shift and, some of the stuff he gets into and stuff like that. And I I hate the fact that like when I teach in class, we would play this kind of video and I could stop it at certain points and say, hey, point out something, or that I could um, you know, ask questions, or other people could interject questions that maybe I hadn't thought of that, you um, so but unfortunately in this environment it's kind of difficult to replicate that. And so it's a really long video, that day in the life video. I would recommend probably watching it maybe, in parts, watch 20 minutes of it or 15 minutes of it or whatever at a time. Because it does kind of go on, or just kind of scroll through and do a highlight reel type approach to it. It's fine with me. There, as far as assignments go this week, I kept it light. We have the intro video that you have to do. The Then there's a general discussion board for the week. In here, I don't care if you type out an entry and post it, or if you want to record, you can do that too. When you click on reply, you get the option of doing a upload or record media. I'm not going to actually do it because I'm using my camera, and it kind of I learned earlier that it tries to commandeer it if I do that while I'm recording. So so I'm not going to do that. The back button is your friend if you get lost in the where you're at. And so the last thing, I put this in here as a discussion. I'm hoping this works out. I just wasn't really sure of the best way to do this. So essentially, I have I took this from a real report, believe it or not, that a real cop wrote. And so in reading this report, if you were the prosecutor or you were a detective assigned to this case or something like that, what questions would you have that probably should have been asked by this officer and or put into the report? And maybe the officer knows information that they didn't put into the report. And so um, I'm hoping that doing this as a discussion will work best, because essentially you have to post something before you can see what other people wrote. And so what's your first idea or your first impression, or what would you like more information about regarding this report? And then you post that, and then you get to see what other people said, and then maybe you think of something else, and you can post multiple times in here. Or you should be able to. If you can't, let me know. But I'm kind of hoping that turns into that kind of a thing here. So that being said, I kept it light this week, to ease us in, and that's about all I've got. So I'll let you get back to your day or night, as the case may be, and have a good one.